Hello, wonderful people. 'Tis I, Houdini, and I will once again narrate the Hunger Games for you, along with the director. Yes. See, there's Lord Voldemort and Bellatrix in District 1. District 2 has Sirius Lee, Shirley Black, or Snuffles Patchfoot. Voldemort is called Voldy. Bella is called Bella, which might be confusing for me later. Remus is, Professor Mooney. Severus Snape and Eileen Prince, his mom, are in District 3. District 4 is Mad-Eye Moody and Nymphadora, also known as Dora the Aurora. And Mad-Eye Moody is just Professor Moody. James Potter is Daddy Prongs. Lily Potter is Lily. Peter Pettigrew is Scabbers Wormtail. Dolores Umbridge is Professor Toadface. Lucius Malfoy is called Lucy. Narcissa Malfoy is called Sissy. Quirinus Quirrell, Electo Carroll are in the same district. Amelia Bones and Charity Burbage are both in District 9. District 10, Sans and Thanos, I just threw them in there for the heck of it. District 11 has Mr. Goyle and Mr. Crab, which is Goyle and Crab's dads. And Dirk Cresswell and Amos Diggory in District 12. So let's begin. Let the Hunger Games begin. Yes. As the tributes stand on their podiums, the horn sounds. Professor Mooney runs away from the cornucopia. Professor Toadface receives a trident from inside the cornucopia. That seems like it's gonna be trouble later. Professor Moody grabs a backpack and retreats. Good for him. Professor Janice runs away from the cornucopia. Lucy runs away from the cornucopia. Charity sets Amelia on fire with a Molotov. Geez, Charity, you're not gonna get any sponsors from Mr. Beast. Mr. Crab runs away from the cornucopia. Mr. Diggory snatches a pair of size. Ooh, that'd be interesting. Mr. Diggory versus Professor Toadface. I mean, she did basically deny that Voldemort killed his son. I wonder whatever happened to him. We never really hear from him after the Goblet of Fire. Mr. Goyle grabs a jar of fishing bait while Snuffles Padfoot gets fishing gear. Dor, the horror takes a sickle from inside the cornucopia. She doesn't grab a backpack. Let's go. Okay, Daddy Prong does grab a backpack and retreats. Scabbers Wormtail pushes Lily off a cliff during a knife fight. Yeah, he might as well have done that. It's basically what he did. Eileen, Thanos, Bella, and Dirk run away from the cornucopia. Sans grabs a jar of fishing bait. While Sniffless Greasy gets fishing gear. Maybe Snuffles and Sniffless should pair up. Or no, Sniffless and Wormtail should pair up while Snuffles and Sans pair up. Sissy retrieves a trident from inside the cornucopia. Voldy finds a backpack full of yummy women. I doubt he can carry it. Alec runs away from the cornucopia. That's why I'm calling Electo Carroll, because I can't say her name right. Eileen is pricked by thorns while picking berries. Aww, baby. Alec receives clean water from an unknown sponsor, Mr. Beast. Professor Moody sets an explosive off, killing Voldy, Professor Janice, and Professor Toadface. Yes! Go Professor Moody! Killing all the villains in one blow. Snuffles thinks about home. Oh, I hope he wins. But of course, cockiness doesn't really help. Professor Mooney receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor, Mr. Beast. Oh, Mooney. Oops. Wait, I'm supposed to read this. Oh, sorry, my throat got tired. Mr. Goyle picks flowers. Mr. Diggory sprains his ankle while running away from Dora the Aurora. She's coming for you, and she's got a map of the arena. She's got the Marauders map. But it's of the arena, and the arena is the ruins of Hogwarts. Interesting. So she found the Marauders map. Actually, Harry donate it to her. Sniveless, Greasy, Mr. Crab, and Lucy hunt for other tributes. All the bad guys teaming up. Scabbers Wormtail chases Charity. You know what? I never thought I'd say this, but I hope she kills him like she killed Amelia. Bella receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Daddy Prongs practices his archery. Probably tries to do it with his wand. Like, why isn't this working? Sans questions his Sansity. Get it? Because his name is Sans. Da-da-da-da. Ba-da-da-da-da. Sissy receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Okay, so Amelia, Lily, Voldy, Professor Janice, Professor Toadface, and Dirk are dead. Alright, so let's proceed. Alec, Thanos, Mr. Diggory, Daddy Prongs, and Scabba's Wormtail sleep in shifts. Since when were they together? Snuffles Padfoot tries to treat his infection. When did that happen? Lucy quietly hums. Bella receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Ruh-roh. Eileen tries to treat her infection from picking berries. Yeah, I suppose that could lead to an infection. Sans and Dora the Ore huddle for warmth. Interesting. You can't really get warmth from a skeleton, though. Professor Mooney screams for help. Yeah, it's probably gonna be full moon soon. It's probably gonna go berserk and kill a bunch of people. But that can't happen because it has to happen to a certain person, and we can only make it happen to random tributes. So, Mr. Goyle falls into a pit and dies. Yes! Snivelous Greasy sees a fire but stays hidden. Good thinking with your greasy hair. Charity attacks Professor Moody, but Sissy protects him, killing Charity. Top 10 anime twists of all time! Mr. Krabs screams for help. Okay. Dora the Ore questions her sanity. Mood. Professor Moody kills Eileen for her supplies. Dang, Moody. Thanos discovers a river. Is he gonna build a farm there? That's my question. Professor Mooney receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Oh well. Alec practices her archery. Snuffle scares Mr. Padfoot off. Daddy Prongs tries to spear fish with a trident. Oh yeah, he probably stole it from Dolores. Lucy questions his sanity. That's really funny to read. Lucy questions his sanity. Sissy receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Bella receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor, both from Mr. Beast. Scabbers Wormtail camouflages himself in the bushes by turning himself into a rat. Sans practices his archery with his gaster blasters. Snivelous Greasy defeats Mr. Diggory in a fight, but spares his life. Whew. Oh. Alright, so 3 are dead. Mr. Goyle, Charity, and Eileen. Wait, when did she die? I don't remember. Okay, Daddy Prongs goes to sleep. Bella poisons Sissy drink, but mistakes it for her own and dies. Top 10 anime portrayals turn into top 10 anime plot twists. Snivelous climbs a tree to rest. Sans, Lucy, and Professor Mooney discuss the games and what might happen in the morning. That would be an interesting conversation. Snuffles Padfoot receives fresh food from Mr. Beast. Mr. Diggory cries himself to sleep, probably over his son. Scabbers Wormtail stays awake all night. Yeah, you stay awake, thinking about what you did to the Potters. Because of you, they're dead. Professor Moody, Thanos, Alec, Dora the Ore, and Mr. Crab sleep in shifts. I always wondered why Mr. Crab is the last one, because it sounds like I'm saying Mr. Krabs. And then all the SpongeBob kids are gonna jump on this and go, hey, you said Mr. Krabs, Alec thinks about home. Sans makes a wooden spear. Sans, you don't need a wooden spear, you have bone spears already, or bone knives, or whatever they're called. Bone spurs? I don't know. Mr. Crab camouflages himself in the bushes. Time for Crab. Sorry, I always wanted to do that. Sissy camouflages herself in the bushes. Mr. Professor Mooney discovers a river. Hey, it's my turn. Oh, sorry. Lucy collects fruit from a tree. Scabba's Wormtail discovers a cave. Dora the Orr strangles Snuffles Padfoot, and then, after engaging in a fist fight. Top 10 anime betrayals! Mr. Diggory, Thanos, Professor Moody, Daddy Prongs, and Sniveless Greasy hunt for other tributes. Bella and Snuffles are both dead. Oh, good. Bella deserved to die. I would have put the Weasleys in there, but I think Miss Weasley would be OP. Alex and Sans huddle for warmth. Again, can't get warm from a skeleton. You can try, but can't. Mr. Diggory receives medical supplies from Mr. Beast. Scabbers Wormtail thinks about winning. Mr. Krabs stays awake all night. Sissy goes to sleep. Sniveless Greasy loses sight of where he is. Professor Moody receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Professor Mooney destroys Dora the Orr's supplies while she is asleep. Top 10 anime betrayals again! There's so much betrayal in this. Lucy loses sight of where he is. Thanos and Daddy Prongs sleep in shifts. So Thanos and James are working together, eh? Lucy is unable to convince Mooney not to kill him. Seems fair. Sans tends to Sniveless Greasy's wounds. Wow, Sans keeps jumping loyalties a lot. Alec thinks about Mr. Crab, but he manages to escape. Who manages to escape? Oh, Mr. Crab. I forgot Alec was a girl. Yeah, I just couldn't pronounce her name. And I can't pronounce her name because you can't pronounce her name because you own my voice. Right. Professor Moody scares Sissy off, probably by showing her an eyeball trick. Thanos begs for Scabbers Wormtail to kill him. He refuses, which is uncharacteristic, but it keeps Thanos alive. Dora the Orr discovers a cave. And Daddy Prongs defeats Mr. Diggory in a fight, but spares his life. Yeah, they both know what it's like to lose a son. Although they lost him in different ways. So Lucy is the only one who died today. Alright, so we've still got Remus with 1 kill. Wait, who'd he kill? Severus, Mad Eye, and Nymphadora. Wow, Mad Eye has the most kills, but that doesn't necessarily mean he's gonna win. I've learned this by now. Yeah, but I'm still gonna bet my money on him. You don't have any money. Oh yeah. Well, I'm gonna bet my fake money on him. Okay, James Potter is still alive. Pettigrew's alive, and he just had a kill. Charity's dead. Alec is alive. Thanos is alive with 1 kill. Weak. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 left. So I don't think that thing will happen. Mr. Crab silently snaps Dora the Orr's neck. Doesn't surprise me. Hey, I'm supposed to be reading this. Oh, sorry. Professor Moody is awoken by nightmares. Not surprising. Professor Mooney lets Sissy in his shelter. Yeah, they are technically related, I think. Daddy Prongs receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Scabbers Wormtail destroys Mr. Diggory's supplies while he is asleep. Sniveless and Thanos hold hands. I kinda ship it. Sans tries to treat his infection. What infection? He's all bone. He's like Ahmed, but American. So he's like, maybe, can bones get infected? Oh, apparently they can. That's surprising. Alrighty then, Sniveless receives fresh food from Mr. Beast. Scabbers cannot handle the circumstances and commits sewer slide. My voice cracked. Maybe I should go to my normal voice. Capital idea, Houdini. Thank you. You may go now. Okay, goodbye, wonderful people. Have a wonderful day. Alright, he's gone now. Professor Mooney practices his archery. He's actually probably pretty smart about it. Mr. Crab, Professor Moody, Mr. Diggory, and Alec hunt for other tributes. Wait, why is Mr. Diggory with the bad guys? And why is Professor Moody with the bad guys? Sissy stalks Daddy Prongs. Wait, he just gave you your shelter. Why would you do that? Thanos tries to spear fish with a trident. Uh-huh. Well, why didn't you just kill half of them? Then there wouldn't be such a problem. Sand searches for a water source. He can probably just, use his gaster blasters as a compass. Okay, a swarm of tracker jackers invades the arena. Sand survives. While running away from the tracker jackers, Daddy Prongs grabs Professor Moody and throws him into the ground. Well, at least he didn't throw Professor Mooney. While running away from the tracker jackers, Thanos grabs Alec and throws her to the ground. Professor Mooney survives. While running away, Sissy grabs Mr. Diggory and throws him to the ground. I guess Mr. Diggory isn't gonna win this. Snivelous Greasy knocks Mr. Crab unconscious and leaves him there as bait. Well, that was actually kind of smart. Okay, so we have 6 dead. So Daddy Prong sees a fire but stays hidden. Thanos fends Professor Moody, Sans, and Sissy away from his fire. Wonder if that's the same one Daddy Prong saw. The Snivelous Greasy stays awake all night. Okay, so the feast. The cornucopia is replenished with food, supplies, weapons, and memoirs from the tributes' families. Sniveless and Professor get into a fight over raw meat, but Professor Mooney runs away. You know, you should just turn into a werewolf and rip his head off. Sissy decides not to go to the feast. Sand sobs while ripping a photo of his friends and family. So Papyrus and Toriel and Frisk and Kara and all of them. Daddy Prongs and Thanos decide not to go to the feast. Daddy Prongs practices his archery. Professor Moody makes a slingshot. Thanos collects food from a tree. Sniveless makes a wooden spear. Sissy explores the arena and Sans goes hunting. Again, use your gaster blasters. No cannon shots can be heard in the distance, so no one died today. Okay, no one's gonna die today either. Professor Mooney receives fresh food from Mr. Beast. Thanos thinks about home. Where would that be? Like that farm he had? Or Titan, or whatever. Snivelous Greasy tends to his wounds. Sans cooks his food before putting his fire out. Again, he's a skeleton. He doesn't really have a stomach. Sissy receives an explosive from unknown sponsor, and Daddy Prongs is awoken by nightmares. But maybe it's human Sans, so he's kind of cute. Daddy Prongs receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Ruh-roh. Thanos attacks Sans, but he manages to escape. I don't know who escaped, but the most important part is that they're both still alive. Snivelous picks flowers, probably lilies. And Sissy sets an explosive off, killing Professor Mooney. Stupid Sissy. Alright, so only Professor Mooney died, and it only took like a week. Sissy looks at the night sky. Daddy Prongs and Sans run to each other and decide to truce for the night. And Snivelous Greasy sets Thanos on fire with a Molotov. That means Thanos dead. Alright. Sans tries to spearfish with a trident. Daddy Prongs constructs a shack. Sissy receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. And Sniveless Greasy tries to sleep through the entire day. Mood. You know, I'm actually hoping that, Sans wins now. Sans accidentally steps on a landmine. Immediately after I say I hope he wins, he frickin' dies. Daddy Prongs defeats Sniveless Greasy. Oh, come on! But spares his life, and Sissy questions your sanity. Good. Sniveless Greasy bashes Daddy Prongs' head against a rock several times. But why? Why would you do that? He spared your life yesterday, last night, whatever. And Sissy dies from an infection. So does that mean Professor Snape won? Holy crap. I did not see that coming. The winner is Sniveless Greasy from District 3. Alright. So he had 3 kills. Narcissa had 3 kills. James had 1 kill. Sans didn't have any kills. I guess he was doing the mercy run. Thanos had 2 kills. Remus had 1 kill. Mr. Crab had 1 kill. Amos didn't have any kills. He was innocent. He didn't deserve to die. Electo Caro didn't have any kills, surprisingly. Mad Eye Moody had 4 kills. I think he had the most kills, but he didn't win. Like I said, that doesn't guarantee anything. Peter Pettigrew, 1 kill. Nymphadora, 1 kill. Lucius Malfoy, no kills, surprisingly. Sirius Lease, Shirley Black, no kills. Bellatrix, also no kills, which is surprising and very out of character for her. Eileen Prince, no kills. Charity Burbage, 1 kill. Dirk Creswell, no kills. Dolores Umbridge, Quirinus Quirrell, Lord Voldemort, Lily Potter, and Amelia Bones, no kills. Because I'm pretty sure they were killed. Okay. So let's review. Charity sets Amelia on fire with a Molotov. Scabbers pushes Lily off a cliff during a knife fight. Professor Moody sets an explosive off, killing Voldy, Professor Janus, and Professor Toadface. Dirk is unable to convince Thanos not to kill him. Mr. Goyle falls into a pit and dies. Charity attacks Professor Moody, but Sissy protects him, killing Charity. Professor Moody kills Eileen for her supplies. Jeez. Bella poisons Sissy's drink, but mistakes it for her own and dies. That kind of seems in character, actually. Wait, wouldn't she count as her own kill, though? Wouldn't Peter count as his own kill? Dorothy Orr strangles Snuffles after engaging in a fist fight. Lucy is unable to convince Professor Mooney not to kill him. Mr. Crab silently snaps Dorothy Orr's neck. That's what you get for killing Snuffles. Scabbers cannot handle the circumstances and commits sewer slide. A swarm of Tracker Jackers. Daddy Prong survives. Moody dies. Thanos survives. Alec dies. Sissy survives. Mr. Diggory dies. And Sniveless survives, but Mr. Crab dies. Night 5 through night 6, no deaths occurred. Sissy sets an explosive off, killing Professor Mooney. Sniveless Greasy sets Thanos on fire with a Molotov. Day 8, no deaths. Night 8, Sans accidentally steps on a landmine. Day 9, Sniveless Greasy bashes Daddy Prong's head for calling him Sniveless Greasy against a rock several times. Sissy dies from an infection. And the winner is Sniveless Greasy from District 3. Although I'm pretty sure landmine wouldn't kill a skeleton. But anyway, that was the Harry Potter Hunger Games Part 2. So I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching and have a wonderful day, wonderful people. And goodbye.